Hello guys, this is Social Trades once more. So this is the US dollar index. Social Trades once more. Social Trades guys on YouTube. Social Trades. So now we're going to look at the US dollar index, right? We're going to look at the US dollar index and have fun with it. Let's subscribe guys, please. So here we see the US dollar index going up, 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 up. Then it creates this fair value gap here. Let me zoom in. It creates this fair value gap here, was used. There's a fair value gap there, goes up, turns right somewhere there. After turning, comes back, bumps into that fair value gap, bumps it here again and goes up. And now we are through it, right? Now we are through that fair value gap. So now we can turn into a bearish inversion fair value gap, right? Because it was a bullish fair value gap. Now it's gonna be used to go down. So let's zoom in and see what really happened here. So far, we went through it. We came here. All these candlesticks here, can you see? They can't reach here, which is half of the gap. They can't reach there. That's weakness. It goes down, comes back here, gets above CCE, or 50% of the fair value gap, but can't close there. It closes here, right? It went there, but it can't close there. So it's closing here. So it's telling us something here, that it's weak. It opens, it goes down. It opens here, it goes down. And it opened here, went up, up into this here, this volume imbalance there. Is it there? Let's zoom in. So it's there, this volume imbalance here. So it went up there, right? So we can see already that from here to here, so this light blue here is a suspension block, this one. It's a monthly suspension block. So we went up to the volume imbalance up there on the monthly and we went down, right? I'm gonna remove it, but this is a suspension block here. It's made up by this candlestick with the volume imbalance up there and then volume imbalance down there. So this is your suspension block. So here we can see went into it, but we can't even put one candlestick in here, right? In the suspension block here, you can't put even one candlestick. Only the wick, right? So it's telling us that it's weak. So there's a monthly volume imbalance there. You see monthly VB here. That's monthly volume imbalance. So now we are here on this month. So we open here. Let's zoom in. We open here. We go up the low of a monthly wick, 0.25 of it, half of it. So we can't even get to half of the wick, right? We can't get to 50% of the wick. That is showing us what? Weakness. No candlesticks in this vicinity tells us what? Weakness. It's weak. It wants to fall. So the time that this price, this one here, came and passed this open price here, this, let me go down, this volume imbalance here, this other block was validated here, right? I'm gonna make that red, I think, for now. This other block here was validated, right? So this price, this one coming down and passing this rejection block, which is the open price here, it validated this other block. Okay. So now when we're here, going back up there, we're going back into the other block. We're going back into premium wick, with a premium arrays in gray. And then above, there's a volume imbalance. Technically, there's a suspension block here, right? But we can't even put one body here. It's just a wick. So it's telling us it's weak. So also this action of it from here going up into bearish order block, into these premium wicks, and it's an inability to reach here. Its inability to reach here. It's telling us that it's very weak. Can't even get to the monthly volume imbalance, which is a premium array while we're here. Can't even get there. Can't get to half of it. Right? Can't get there. Can't do that. So what's the play now? We opened here, we went up there, and then we came back into this monthly suspension block here on the DXY. If you do that, you're gonna see this candlestick. Here is a volume imbalance. Here's a volume imbalance up here. There's a volume imbalance down there. So that's a suspension block on your monthly time frame. So as you can see, this suspension block here, if I do this, it was used here, can you see, to push price higher, right? To promote higher prices here. We use it again in here to promote higher prices. But we can't get through here. We can't get through here, right? So it's coming back now. This volume imbalance now, I like to see it being taken over. Use it to go in here. This fair value gap here with a wick. So basically it's a fair value gap with sell side in here, right? So it's very powerful. The sell side here, and there's a fair value gap. That's why fair value gap with the wick is powerful, because there's sell side in here and there's an imbalance, right? And also this fair value gap is beautiful because it also has an order block here. Change of state of delivery happened here, right? So this is a beautiful area here for the market to draw into after passing here, right? So that's what I can see. Let's go on the weekly. So from the monthly time frame, we can see that this thing wants to draw in here, right? So our bias from the monthly time frame is that it wants to go lower. So it's weak. It wants to sell, right? So that's the bias that we have. So let's go to the weekly time frame. Let's go to that weekly time frame. So today's Monday. It's a US holiday. So here on the weekly, I'm gonna do this. This is from this candlestick low up to this candlestick's close here. We have a fair value gap here, right? There we go. Or an imbalance. Let me put it like that. There's the fair value gap there on the weekly, right? So I showed you that one. Also have this volume imbalance here. Let me make it a bit white. Make this thing white. White. Okay. So this is a weekly one from here. This one. This is a volume imbalance from here. Why am I putting it this one here? To show you that it also is acting here in terms of rejecting price or resisting price. So this week was graded, the high, upper quadrant, midpoint, or half of it, and the low of it, right? And then now, if we go last week, the last week is here, and this week is here. But the week before was here. What happened then? Here we can see that, okay, let me do this. From here, we fell into this monthly volume imbalance and falling short of our monthly high probability fair value gap, right? Because the fair value gap, which has a wick in it, right? So it's very strong. So price is drawing here. So what we can see now is that if we zoom in like this, we can see, let's go, buddy. So these gray levels, as you saw, they come from the monthly wick, right? The premium from the monthly, right? So they're showing us how strong or how weak the market is. Now we see that on this week here, we went up, but we can't even touch that level there, can we? The premium monthly week, we can't. But by going up like that, up there, what did we do? If I do this, okay, let's do that. Yes, they're this beautiful here. I'll use this when I need it. But for now, look at this orange area here. Because we go above half of it, or CC, consequence encroachment. We passed that, half of it. But we can't close above in the upper quadrant. We can't close in the upper part, right? In the upper half. We can't close in the upper half. Our candlestick will go up there. It closes here. It's telling you it's weak. The next week, we have to see it just fall like that. And it does that very same thing. It falls. So what's the message? It's weak. Volume imbalance there. So it's telling us that it's weak, right? So since that's the case, I like to see it stay within this lower quadrant here and go down and fall. And fall. So what you can do is you could also do this. You could also use the fib like this. Then we're grading this whole area here, right? By remaining below the lower quadrant, 0.25 and lower, it's telling us that it's weak, right? It's weak. So now we are technically below 0.25, right? And then we're below half of it. And this is the upper portion. There's nothing here from half of it to the upper portion. We don't have anything. So it's telling us that it's very weak. So it wants to fall. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grade this week, this one, by putting your fib from there to the low, right? And also this week can be used or will be used to go down. So you're gonna see how the lower quadrant here will be used, right? We'd like to see actually no bodies at all in here. We'd like to see probably weekend then run if it's gonna do something like that. And then we're gonna say, okay, and I'm gonna anticipate if it comes near here, we're anticipating that it's gonna go lower, right? Could go lower, 50% of this week, right there. 50% of this week could go lower. And then eventually, we'd like to see it coming here, right? That's the US dollar index, right? We'd like to see that. Let me go on the daily time frame. We're bearish for the DXY. So on the daily time frames, it's very interesting, and they're very, very interesting because on the daily you have this suspension block here, right? So we come back and just get into the lower quadrant of it, of this suspension block. We can't even go anywhere near here. So just here in the lower quadrant, the very low of it, and then we just go down quickly, we displace down like that, right? So what's that signal? It's weak. Doesn't want to go any higher. So it's dropping like that. No swing low in here. It fell just like that. So now, this was Monday last week. Fell like that. Tuesday, this Tuesday. Look at Wednesday. Wednesday goes there, can't close in there. Thursday touches it, can't go in there. Friday, we touch it, the lower quadrant still, when we come down there. So this week we're here now. So we have a high here. Do we wake above this high and this high and drop and continue to drop? Mm. Do we do this? Sell side here, minus sell side there. Volume imbalance there. So we're bearish on DXY, right? I'm not thinking that it's gonna take this high and come in here. But should for some other crazy reason goes up into this, so we're still gonna sell it. But I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking it's gonna go down from here, from these very levels here. We see that level on the weekly wick being respected there, right? So there's a high probability that this may hold, and then you can see continuation down for the DXY. And those who know that if we sell the DXY, if we sell the DXY, okay, let me delete there. Let's go green on the weekly. So that's the weekly. So this move here, so anticipation is that this move going down like this into this will send gold higher, right? Every time this goes down, we should see gold going higher, unless if there's a high manipulation. But if there's not the case, that should be happening. Up, if this is down, the XY is going down, we should see gold going up, right? So basically by saying that I'm bearish here on DXY, I'm saying I'm bullish on gold. Basically, that's it. More downside here, more bullishness on gold. So that's it. Let's go on the daily. Okay, let's go on the daily. So we touch here the suspension block here. This one is low. We can't even get deep in there. We just touch it slow here, lower quadrant, and then go down like that. That's the it's showing that it wants to go down. Sensitivity. So now we're gonna see how we use this, and then take out this low, go into this volume imbalance, take out this low, and we have another low somewhere. There's a low there. There's a low here and a low. Okay, there's a low here. This one. So this low and this low are relatively quite lows. Also, if you put it like this, you can see that this low and this low, they're relatively equal. This low and this one. Therefore, the market is more likely to take out the lows, take out this low and this low, and eventually take out this low. That's what we're looking for. Then we'll discuss here. That's it, guys. Look for yourselves on the here. Look for yourselves like that. What if it goes up and goes and comes here? Premium arrays, you're still gonna short it again. That's it. But I don't think it's gonna go there. There's no sign that it's gonna go up. This thing wants to go down. So bearish on DXY, bullish on gold. Bullish on gold. Let's get in there. Okay. Okay. A little gap there. This is a 1 hour time frame, guys. Just looking. Just bearish on the DXY, guys. Just bearish on the DXY. So here I want to show you what we did when we reached the suspension block. Look, we reach it here, play a bit around it, go down a bit, into it, out of it, into it, rejected, into it, rejected again. Inversion fair value gap there, sell that, stop up there, right? So as you can see here, it played a bit, but then it moved away from it. And it moved away from it. So this level here is very sensitive, guys, here. Wait, look at this, is touching the low of the monthly wick. Sensitivity goes down. Look at that sensitivity there on that quadrant level, 2.5 wick of the monthly. Look at that. That's telling you that does not want to go anywhere. So it's taking sell side. Boom. So definitely we're just weak here, guys. Just weak on the GXY. It's just a lot of weakness. So we're looking bullish gold. We're looking at the bullish gold. Thank you, guys. Let's subscribe, share, and like. This is Social Trades.